Please be seated. Good evening. I'm Allie Watson, Senior Class Vice President. I'd like to welcome everyone to Challenger Columbia Stadium, where we have gathered here tonight to celebrate and honor the 2016 graduates. I would like to give thanks to all the parents, families, and friends for their love and constant support, as well as to the members of the Clear Falls High School faculty and staff for their guidance and patience. We truly owe you all that we are. High school has been an unforgettable journey that has prepared us for the future, whatever it may hold. These past 4 years have involved some of the most memorable and influential moments of our lives. Individually, our experiences here are unique, but together we share a common bond as the class of 2016 and soon to be Clear Falls High School alumni. Clear Falls is a place where teachers are encouraged to break the status quo and define ourselves as we choose. It's a place where one person, if it's the right person, changes us all. Clear Falls is having friends we'll have for the rest of our lives, and that really means we are all in this together. Once a night, always a night. At this time, I would like to introduce my fellow class officers who have joined me on the stage this evening. President Jocelyn Walker, and Secretary Aubrey Goodwin.
Please stand for the presentation of colors. Gentlemen of Clear Falls, please remove your mortarboards. Please join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please join me in reciting the Texas Pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Please be seated. As we gather today in Challenger Columbia Stadium, we pause to remember the astronauts who perished in both the Challenger and Columbia space missions. Many of these astronauts also served in the country in the military. These brave men and women have all served their country with pride, honor, and courage. Graduates, if you have committed to serve in any branch of the military, please stand and be recognized. At this time, we would also like to ask that all men and women who are currently serving or who have served in any branch of the military, please stand so that we may honor your service to our country. Thank you. Please be seated.
At this time, I would like to introduce the members of the Clear Creek Independent School District's Board of Trustees. Please stand and wave as I call your name. Audience, please hold your applause until each member is recognized. Board President, Dr. Laura DuPont. Vice President, Ms. Paige Rander. Secretary, Mr. Charles Pond. Trustee, Mr. Ken Ballaker. Trustee, Mr. Jay Cunningham. Trustee, Ms. Ann Hammond. It is now my pleasure to recognize our special guest from the Education Support Center. Please stand and wave as I call your name. Audience, please hold your applause until each guest is recognized. Our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Greg Smith. The Deputy Superintendent of Curriculum and Instruction, Dr. Stephen Ebel. The Assistant Superintendent of Secondary Education, Mr. Scott Bockert. The Assistant Superintendent of Elementary Education, Ms. Holly Hughes. General Counsel, Ms. Sheila Haddock. Director of Student Personnel Services, Ms. Susie Thomas. I would also like to introduce the principals of our pre-K through 12 community. Please stand and wave as I call your name. Audience, please hold your applause until each guest is recognized. Miss Kimberly Brouillard, League City Intermediate. Miss Kelly Chapman, Hyde Elementary. Miss Deborah Johnson, Mossman Elementary. Miss Yolanda Jones, Robinson Elementary. Dr. Brittany Moses, Stort Elementary. Mr. Matthew Paulson, Ed White Elementary. Mr. James Thomas, Bayside Intermediate. Miss Erin Tite, Bay Elementary. Mr. David Williams, Seabrook Intermediate. And now to introduce the members of the Clear Falls High School administration who will be participating in tonight's ceremony. Please stand and wave as I call your name. Audience, please hold your applause until each guest is recognized. Our principal, Mr. Paul House. Associate Principal, Mr. Kai Bouchard. Dean of Instruction, Miss Mandy Scott. Lead Counselor, Miss Mary Bragg.
Thank you, Jocelyn. At this time, I would like to introduce the members of our campus leadership team. Please stand and wave as I call your name. Audience, please hold your applause until each guest is recognized. Our assistant principals, Miss Donna Baggs, Miss Serena Blacksmith, Miss Claire Lewis, Mr. Sven Schultz. Our counselors, Miss Amber Bentley, Miss Beth Fawcett, Miss Yolene Hairgrove, Miss April Keys, Miss Margarita Reyes, Miss Mundy Stone. Now please welcome to the podium our principal, Mr. Paul House.
Good evening, parents, grandparents, family, friends, CCISD trustees, and fellow educators. I would like to welcome all of you here tonight as we celebrate the Clear Falls High School class of 2016. What a grand occasion it is to gather this way to celebrate such wonderful youth in a beautiful stadium on a beautiful night. Seniors, tonight it is your night. Tonight we are here to celebrate the culmination of your experiences that you have shared from kindergarten to grade 12. You have many accomplishments of which to be proud. This year alone, you worked at the Houston Food Bank, processing food for needy families. You donated blood in record numbers. You were champions in academics, in the fine arts, and athletics. Seniors, 491 of you are leaving us to attend a college or university to become physicians, engineers, architects, and educators, along with an array of other interests. To date, you have earned over $6 million in scholarships. As we saw earlier, many of you have enlisted to serve our country in the armed forces, while others will enlist in the fall. Whatever your dream may be, it is clear that each of you is moving on to follow a passion. Regardless of where your path takes you after today, you have each shown a determination to make the best of your years in public education. I am so proud and honored to have been able to share the past 2 years with you. One event of which I am especially proud occurred 2 weeks ago. On May 19th, you robed up, lined up, and processed through Bayside Intermediate and Mossman Elementary. In many respects, it was a visual representation of the walk you took to get to this very moment tonight. The pride you felt was evident in your faces as you walked by the cheering students, reaching out to you for high fives and fist bumps. Graduates, those children saw their futures in you that day, and certainly you took a moment to reflect on your past as well. Rest assured, it is important to reflect on your past, for it will help you shape and guide your future. But understand, the past is a canvas painted, just as your future is a blank canvas. What matters most is the person you are today and each of the todays to follow. For each of those todays is a new opportunity to create who you are. It is an opportunity for change, to grow, and to live. In a quote by Eleanor Roosevelt, she states that yesterday is history and tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That's why they call it the present. Seniors, how will you utilize your gift? As you leave here this evening, I challenge you to use your todays not only to better your own lives, but also the lives of those with whom you come into contact. Class of 2016, I wish you the best as you begin your next chapters. Please know that you will forever have a home at Clear Falls High School, and it will always be a great day to be a Knight. Thank you. At this time, please join me in welcoming our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Greg Smith.
Thank you, Mr. House. We have recognized so many deserving people this evening, but have yet to recognize a group who is perhaps most deserving. Graduates, you would not be here if it were not for the support, care, and love of your parents, guardians, and families. They have many, many times cheered for you. We need to recognize them. So graduates, I ask you to turn and applaud to those without whom you would not be here, your parents and your families. Thank you. Graduates, you, as all of us, are not the same as you were when you entered the education village. Nor is the world the same. Those years encompass difficult years for the world. People have died, there have been typhoons, earthquakes, and the Ebola and Zika outbreaks. But you have witnessed hope, a successful landing on Mars achieved by the United States. You are going out into a world full of wonder and need. Today, you are new graduates. You have your own challenges, and they are truly global. While some may try to describe your generation as the entitled, I prefer to think of your generation as part of a golden era of scientific discovery, where breakthroughs are occurring almost daily and virtually in every field, from astronomy to material science to genetics to engineering. We are a world neighborhood of over 7 billion people strong, most of who are disadvantaged. Yet the poorest of the poor still maintain hope for the future. Graduates, we need leaders of vision who can find ways to realize that hope. None of us can predict the future, just as the rain in the forecast for tonight. But we can detect trends. My hope for each of you is that you become citizens of literacy, articulate and ethical role models and leaders with good judgment who can navigate an increasingly complex world. This class is full of exceptional role models such as Brendan Kearney and Tyler LaRocca, who both graduated from the Fire Academy this week and have joined the League City Fire Department as firefighters. In a show of congratulations, gentlemen. In a show of congratulations, the League City Fire Department actually brought one of their fire trucks here tonight for Brendan and Tyler. Not a bad show of support. This class has worked really hard, and I mean really hard. You've played well and experienced high school at its fullest capacity. I'm reminded of this when I speak to your friend, Marcus Abate. Marcus is an exceptional sailor and student. He has managed to keep his high grades while sailing the high seas with his brother all over the world. An international and accomplished sailor is headed to MIT this fall. Congratulations, Marcus. And as you leave here tonight, take what you have learned at Clear Falls High School and let it enable you to go forth and do good. Always be generous as you can with your time, your talent, and all you have. For your journey did not start at the beginning, it actually begins at the end. In your college life, family life, your professional life, and your spiritual life, every day of your life, your challenge is to make it better. One of my true joys as superintendent is to work with students and meet alumni of our high schools who not only sail around the world, but work all around the world, and hear of their remarkable accomplishments and of their dedicated service. There will, I am sure of it, be successes and accomplishments for each of you in your future. I look forward to the time, years hence, when I will meet you and feel proud that you are a graduate of Clear Creek ISD. I am also sure that there will be challenges, frustrations, disappointments, and detours in your lives. Know that you are in our prayers here, and wherever you go and whatever happens in your life, you will always have a home here to renew your heart and refresh your spirit. Enjoy this day with all your heart and soul. Congratulations and best of luck, Knights.
It is my honor tonight to introduce to you our next two speakers. The salutatorian of the class of 2016 is the son of Carla Seibert and Paulo Alborim. This fall, he will attend Brown University to pursue a degree in physics. A two-year superintendent scholar, your salutatorian, Mr. Arthur Seibert Borim.
When I first moved to the United States from Brazil 2 years ago, I didn't know what to expect. I wasn't very accustomed to being new to anything. I was living in the same city for almost 15 years and was in the same school system for the same amount of time. Moving to a new school system and to a new country left me unable to tell what the future had in store for me. I didn't know if it would be a positive or a negative experience. Would I grow? Would my education improve? Out of convenience, I decided I would not actively look for friends. I wanted to focus solely on my studies and honestly didn't believe that I could make any good friends or meet any inspiring people. But then I realized that all of you, all of us, have been in the same boat. We've all been in this position at least once in these 4 years, and it wasn't necessarily in our first days. From year to year, the challenges high school has presented to us only increased in difficulty and in quantity. The first few weeks of high school were quite challenging for all of us. Even today, I am still not sure which way to take to get from one side of the school to the other. And of course, I always choose the long way. But more than being disoriented physically, we can all agree that we were at times also confused emotionally. We had to adjust our study habits and expectations from day one. Easy 100s became more and more rare, and we began to realize that good grades are not easily achievable. They are true accomplishments. These accomplishments, in fact, cover much more than academics. This year, the Emeralds, our amazing dance team, won first place in not one, but 2 state competitions. They work hard every day of the school year, have no off-season, and even practice in the summer. 2 art students this year won gold medals in the Houston Livestock and Rodeo Show. One of the 2 was even featured on the front cover of the event's pamphlet, and several of our amazing artists advanced far into the competition. These are only a few of the recognitions that our student body has received, but more important than these accomplishments was what we learned while working toward them. Each of us has had obstacles that, at times, seemed impossible to overcome. And yet, we put our best effort forward and tried hard to look for or come up with solutions to these obstacles, be it when we are struggling to complete an assignment or struggling to wake up after a long night of work. We exposed ourselves to the things we wish we could avoid, but dealt with them head on. And although we did this throughout high school with the almost universal struggle of procrastination, the ways we learned to organize ourselves and overcome stress go beyond high school. Throughout our whole lives, we've been learning to make necessary changes to reach our goals and wishes. We grew personally, academically, and socially. Our strive for success, whatever may be to each of us, has paid off. As academics became harder and the competition became stronger, success became harder and harder to achieve. And the truth is, success would not be achievable without the help of others. We might have walked into the school alone, but we are definitely not walking out this way. We all found solace in our teachers, our friends, and our school. Earlier this year, our student government made sure that not a single one of us felt left out or unloved when our names were written in hearts and spread all over the school. As an institution that cares for its students the way that Clear Falls cares is very hard to come by. Even harder is to find a community of students that share this interest of helping each other. I was fortunate enough to be part of a class with creative and varied personalities, even if my time was a little bit shorter than I would have wished. Being a student at Clear Falls allowed me to be more true to myself than I have ever been. Here, because of everyone's differences in individuality, I was comfortable being myself and I felt accepted. As much as we might think we hear it's a great day to be a knight a bit too much, I am very honored and privileged to be part of such a great community of students. During these past few years, we've pushed boundaries like never before. The lessons you have taught me, like being true to myself and always seeking growth, and those we have taught each other, will surely never be forgotten. All the tools we have spent 4 years acquiring and perfecting will finally be put to the test, and I cannot see where we will end up. Thank you for this truly life-shaping experience.
Our highest-ranking graduate is the daughter of Kelly and John Walker. She will attend the University of Texas at Austin this fall to pursue a degree in business honors. A 4-time superintendent scholar, a National Merit Commended Scholar, and the valedictorian of your class of 2016, Miss Jocelyn Valerie Walker.
Good evening to the class of 2016. We're really done. The past 13 years of our educational journeys are closing a chapter tonight as we walk across this stage. Over the last few months, I've been reflecting on what this experience has meant to me and what it will mean to my future. Benjamin Franklin once said, "Tell me and I forget. Teach me and I may remember. Involve me and I learn." Education is rooted in involvement, not in instruction. I am forever thankful to the people who have involved me in their lives, their classes, and their communities. To my mother, who spent countless hours at the kitchen table teaching me to read, and my father, who worked with me even though I can still barely parallel park. My brother Ben, my best friend Catherine, and her family for constantly supporting me. Coach Estes, Mrs. Anderson, Mr. Cohan, and Mrs. Cabana, thank you, along with the numerous other educators and administrators who have challenged me, enlightened me, and impacted my future. However, our education does not end here. Whether you plan on attending college, enlisting in the military, or entering the workforce, as Socrates said, education is the kindling of a flame, not the filling of a vessel. There's no straight path to success, and there's not always correct answers to your questions, though Mitch Gaines may claim everything you need to pass can be found on answerbundle.com. You may find that solution to that math problem or the summary of the book you put off reading, but you probably won't understand it. I'm sure many of us have been faced with a challenge that seems impossible to resolve. As a swim coach, there have been many times when a kid just isn't understanding the technique. But the technique is open to interpretation. I can hand the swimmer off to another coach. They hear the instruction worded differently, and the stroke improves. We all view the world around us differently, and only by involvement may we begin our own unique interpretations. I am standing before you because I followed the guidelines to a T, did every extra credit offered, never turned in homework late. But I wish to remind you that learning is not just following directions. Grades don't matter. What matters is your dedication to be involved and continue to improve. In life, success has many different definitions. In this group of graduates are future engineers, doctors, educators, and entrepreneurs. We are not defined by our GPAs, our salaries, or the colleges we did or did not get into. Right now, we are standing together, graduating together, as Clear Falls Knights. I challenge all of us to continue to excel wherever you go. Do not be content with the less than your best effort. Do not look for the easy way out. Strive to learn more, do more, and be a better person every day. Read a book. Reconnect with a friend. Remember your past, but look toward the future. And I know that the future is bright for each and every one of us. Keep the flame of education and excellence alive and continue to succeed in your own unique ways. I am so proud of all that we have achieved together. Now let's spread that potential all over the world. But never forget that today and every day, it's a great day to be a Knight.
Thank you, Jocelyn. Dr. Smith, please join me at the podium. Dr. Smith, I hereby certify that these students have successfully completed the course of study at Clear Falls High School as prescribed by the state of Texas. In addition, they have satisfied all of the graduation requirements as stipulated by the Board of Trustees of the Clear Creek Independent School District.
Mr. House, I accept your certification and hereby declare these students as graduates of Clear Falls High School and the Clear Creek Independent School District with all of the pertinent honors, rights, and privileges. Congratulations, students.
To preserve the dignity and significance of this momentous event, and to ensure that every family has the opportunity to hear their student's name read, we ask that you refrain from using air horns, whistles, or noisemakers, and remain seated in the bleachers for the entire ceremony. We appreciate your cooperation.
At this time, we are ready to begin the distribution of diplomas. Our first graduate tonight is the valedictorian and your class president, Jocelyn Valerie Walker, summa cum laude. Salutatorian, Arthur Seibert Borem, summa cum laude. Class vice president, Allie Nicole Watson, cum laude. Class secretary, Aubrey Estelle Goodwin.
Marcus Salvatore Abate, summa cum laude. Marjorie Ama de la Rosa Abike. Ruba Abu-Nusser, summa cum laude. Michael Robert Asuvedu Do. Dakota Allen Adams. James Powell Adams. Robert Reed Adams. Felicia Faith Aguirre. Elizabeth Ocean Barwick, magna cum laude. Dylan Jure Allen. Sarah Ann Allen, cum laude. Taylor Michelle Allen. Jasmine Jane Miriam Allison. Angelica Lisette Alvarado. Dalton Cole Anderson. Brian Keith Anderson. Nicholas Anthony Andujo, cum laude. Hannah Catherine Dell Anstead. Coram Michael Antolin. Gerardo Antonio Ariza. Sabrina Marie Arocha. Madeline Jean Ashmus. Kaylee Brianne Atkinson, summa cum laude. Luis Angel Bayana. Maya Jakael Ball. Nadim Shabir Bana. Claire Elizabeth Barker. Bryce Dean Barnard. Peyton Ryan Barnes. Bailey Walsh Bateman. Tanner Seth Bear. Haley Corrine Beasley, cum laude. Sarah Michelle Benker. Blaine Trevor Berg. Claire Elizabeth Bernatz, cum laude. Canyon Ashley Berry. Desmond Carl Berry. Karina Giovanna Bien, cum laude. Anya Lynn Beanhoff. Grace Ann Binger, summa cum laude. Kirby Jean Birdsong, cum laude. Christopher David Blacksmith. Priest Ellington Blewett. Ian Pierre Boehm Walston. Kobe Houston Bolding, cum laude. Rachel Ann Bowler. Devin Lynn Boozer. Anna Marie Bourne. Yevgeny Dmitrovich Borovitsyan. Nicholas Brandon Vasquez. Megan Elizabeth Bork. Brooke Nicole Bowen. Brian Boyette Jr. Travis Michael Branch. Sebastian Alexander Brand. Courtney Jade Bro, summa cum laude.
Riley Joel Bresnan. Haley Nicole Brewster. Harrison Lee Bright. Jasmine Andrea Britton. Alexander Matthew Brown, cum laude. Cody Allen Brown. Dennis Monroe Brown. Savannah Lynn Mosher Brown. Brittany Angelica Bryant, cum laude. Sean Angelo Buscio Jr. Sydney Elise Bunting. Natalie Page Birchfield.
Sabrina Leanne Butcher. Zachary Cody Hunter Butler. Dane Charles Byerly. Diana Raquel Camaro. Amanda Jo Canaday. Corey Russell Capps. Maria Carbajal Barahona, cum laude. Aaron William Kerlock. Lance Allen Carrig. Christopher William Carrington, magna cum laude. Adam Emil Castillo, cum laude. Dylan Colt Castle. Kaylee Madison Cowsey. Taylor Centers. Andrea C. Chacon, cum laude. Tyson Garrett Chambers. Dario de Jesus Chare. Navid bin Chaudhry, cum laude. Jake Alexander Cleary, cum laude. J. Michael Clifton. Caitlin Cheyenne Clute. Zachary Andrew Cole. Brooke Autumn Collins. Cayman Andrea Colon. Ocean Daring Commander. Natalia Jean Lenore Kondik, magna cum laude. Jalea Alexis Cooks. Hayden Paul Corbin, cum laude. Heather Lynn Cosper. Andrew Thomas Cosby. Kimberly Ann Craig. Ricardo Currit Rivera. Julia Grace Curtis, summa cum laude. Hannah Elizabeth Dark. Molly Catherine Darst. Jasmine Gloria Jean Davenport. Samantha Grace Davis. Alex De Jesus. Gabriel Antonio Del Pilar Hennessy. Megan Christine De Leon, cum laude. Diego Ulysses Delgado Sarabia. Leslie Rose Delhomme. Marcus Anthony David Delzell. Kevin Samuel DeMaria. Alyssa Kate Denaro, summa cum laude.
Madison Nicole DeVille. Brianna Danielle Diaz, magna cum laude. Carlin Danielle Dietz. Emma Catherine Dillard, cum laude. Demi Marie Dion. Drake Winward Dishman. Taylor Nicole Doherty Gonzalez. Sarah Lynn Donaldson, summa cum laude. Alyssa Scott Douglas, magna cum laude. Samuel Charles Draper, magna cum laude. Austin Michael Drawn. Meryl Elise Dreyer. Sophie Elizabeth Duffy. Ashlyn Dior Dunbar. Kyle Andrew Dunham. Allison Joanna Duvio. Chika Ann Adrian Earl. Andrew Brian Eck. Grace Elizabeth Emling, magna cum laude. Emerald Ann Elsperman, summa cum laude. Andrew William Elrod, magna cum laude. Alexis Nicole Enriquez. Cindy Ramirez Espino. Braden Wade Esquivel. Hannah Casey Feltz, cum laude. Jesnia Fernandez. Robert Charles Fernandez, summa cum laude. Kaylee Nicole Fisher. Peyton Love Fisher. Sarah Elizabeth Flanagan, summa cum laude. Douglas Warren Fletcher, summa cum laude. Camilla Jamilet Flores. Daniel Christopher Flores. Jared Simon Ford. Sarah Melanie Ford. Molly Ann Foster, magna cum laude. Rebecca Ashlyn Foster. Madison K. Fowler. Samantha Lynn Fraley. Eduardo Frosto Jr. Zachary Lynn Freed. Michelle Caitlin Frazee. Brian Joel Fuentes. Melanie Jane Gaydon. Jonathan Mitchell Gaines, magna cum laude. Ryan Levi Gallion. Jacob Travis Gamble. Allison Rose Garabedian. Angelica Eliana Garcia, magna cum laude. Brandon James Garcia. Elena Ariano Robledo Garcia. Francisco Leonardo Garcia. Mildred Itzel Garcia.
Brianna Delyn Garza. Karina Alejandra Garza, summa cum laude. Robert Anthony Garza. Valerie Garza. Edgar Ulysses Gatan. Maria Fernanda Gatan. Jared Michael Gentry. Casey Lene Gillis, magna cum laude. Allison Kate Godfrey, summa cum laude. Sarah Renee Godfrey, summa cum laude. Brandon Michael Godnich, magna cum laude. Audrey Craddock Gomez. Ryan Paul Gonzalez. Aaron Nicholas Gonzalez. Shannon Marie Good, summa cum laude. Garrett Wayne Golden. Gary Lane Graber. Ian Calder Graham, magna cum laude. Victoria Carmel Graham. Alexandra Sophia Grant, summa cum laude. Jennifer Ruth Green, magna cum laude. Dylan Patrick Grievenkamp. Thomas Patrick Groom. Autumn Michelle Grounds, cum laude. Jackson Adrian Gubert. Emily Ann Geldner, summa cum laude. Noe Gutierrez Jr. Paxton Cheyenne Gutierrez. Margaret Shireen Hodjo. Annie Lily Hall, magna cum laude. Taylor Sierra Hall. Benjamin Thomas Hanley, cum laude. Frederick David Hanson, cum laude. Edward James Hart. Jonathan Ray Hartsfield. Jacob Ryan Hayes. Jared Owen Hatcher. Time Kent Hatfield. Anna Nicole Hathaway. Rebecca Lynn Hawkins. Kayla Grace Hayes, cum laude. Kyle Nicholas Heyman, magna cum laude. Sarah Nicole Heyman, magna cum laude. Gabriel Denise Haynes. Tiffany Nicole Hurd. Daniel Allen Hecker. Kennedy Elizabeth Hedrick. Ella Grace Hines, magna cum laude. Jessica Carol Embry, summa cum laude.
John Edward Henderson Jr., cum laude. Jennifer Hernandez. Sarah Teresa Heron. Jennifer Nicole Hessler, cum laude. Matthew Frazier Heverly. Jessica Lynn Hightower. Amelia Rebecca Hill. Sammy Fauzi Hill, cum laude. Zachary Ryan Hill. Cody Cole Hochstetler. Jessica Lynn Hoff. Jordan Elizabeth Hoke, cum laude. J.D. McKenna Holland, cum laude. Chelsea Nicole Holt. William Kenneth Holt. Diana Ashley Holthauser. Ashley Christine Holton. Hunter John Honeycutt. Noah Vashon Hooper. Scott Adam Horning. Tyler Joseph Howley, cum laude. Ella Marie Ranicky. Amanda Helen Hubbard. Nicholas Alexander Hubbard. Kyle Everett Huddleston, cum laude. Erica Michelle Hubner, summa cum laude. Alan Anthony Hurlbert, summa cum laude. Christian Nicole Hudson. Natasha Marie Iacino, magna cum laude. Samantha Anel Ibarra. James Tally Jackman. Cody Barrett Jackson. Sabrina Dolores Jacobo. Catherine Elizabeth Jankovicius, cum laude. Samuel Robert Janae. Grant Allen Jave. Autumn Rain Jeffrey. Richard Alexander Jefferson. Victoria Brianna, cum laude. Danny Edgardo Jimenez. Elizabeth Teresa Marie Jimenez. Jason Isaiah Jimenez. David Josiah Johnson. Faith Michelle Johnson. Jessica Marie Jones, summa cum laude. Megan Nicole Young. Prabha Kaur. Brendan Michael Kearney. Jacqueline Brianna Keith. Tessa Marie Keller, cum laude. McKenna Page Kennedy.
Jonathan Lee Kerr, summa cum laude. Catherine Marie Sanford Kendall. Taylor Natasha Kamichik. Tyler Katerina Kamichik. Matthew Coate. Kirby Elizabeth Kratke. Justin Howard Cronin. Tyler Benavides Kavist. Austin Edwin LaGrange. Kaylin Elizabeth Laplace. Tyler Matthew LaRocca, cum laude. Richard Benjamin Lang. Emily Michelle Layden, summa cum laude. Rachel May Liddell. Brianna Avery Leal. Brad Christopher LeBlanc. Jason Han Chiang Lee, summa cum laude. Paige Marlene Lee. Vanessa Eileen Levick, summa cum laude. DeCorier Deshawn Lewis. Nicole Danielle Lindsay, cum laude. John Lewis Lively. Keanu Dominic Livini. Mason Christian Loop. Landon Dean Loosemore. Alyssa Guadalupe Lopez. Leighton Allen Christopher Lovelace. Greg Anthony Taylor Lumen. Samantha Elaine Macy. Miguel Luis Kayanan Maglocki. Kelvin Mai. Michaela Ray Manning. Cooper Josiah Markochek. Christina Noel Mars, magna cum laude. Elsa Guadalupe Martinez. Natalie Maria Martinez. Angela Lewis Martyr Irizarry. Laura Carol Masterson, cum laude. Alwyn Abraham Matthew, summa cum laude. Kirsten Bell Matthews. Kendra Ann May, summa cum laude. Sarah Megan Mayo. Bradley Jean McBride. Brittany Nicole McCalla. Maverick M. McDonald. Megan Lyra McGaw, summa cum laude. Dylan Bryant McGee. Sydney Nicole McGinty. Xavier Aaron McClin. Ivy Marie McMullen. Hunter Wesley McWilliams. Sabrina Marie Medina Goodman. Macy Michaela Mefford. Orlando Javier Melendez. Vivian Paraskivi Maloney.
Taylor Mackenzie Merrill. Mariska Valerie Mess. Joe Meyer. Shelby Anise Mickey. Hank Richard Miller. Jared Miller. Samantha Leanne Miller. Jason Paul Minter II. Christopher Don Malahusky. Salma Mankeo Reyes, summa cum laude. Jenny Maria Morgan Ryan. Cameron Shane Morgan. Walter Cole Morris. Emery Morrison. Samantha Michelle Moser. Christian Levi Moses. Shannon May Mohan. Megan May Mules. Kevin Matthew Munson. Emma Leigh Murgatroyd. Justin Alan Murgatroyd. Destiny Andrea Navarro. Chad Alexander Nelson. Jillian Claire Nelson, summa cum laude. Christine Patricia Newman, cum laude. Abigail Rose Newfer. We win! Luke Tyler Nicholas. Hannah Nicole Nicholson. Joey Chandler Norris. Roll Tide. Nicole Virginia Okel, magna cum laude. Eddie Chimiri Ochoa. Sean Thomas O'Connor. Kenneth Olowoshian Odina. Lauren Elizabeth O'Donnell. Chase Colin O'Donnell, magna cum laude. Susanna Olano Iyube. Dahlia Conception Olivares. Miguel Angel Olivares. Jordan Gabriel Ordonez. Madeline Marie Ortiz. Dusty Scott Pace. Giancarlo Jose Pagan. Bailey Leanne Parks. Akshay Anukumar Patel. Krunal Rasik Patel. Kate Elizabeth Patterson. Kenneth Eugene Payne. Thomas Matthew Payne, magna cum laude. Trace Irvin Heed. Andrea Alejandra Perez. Michaela Jade Perry, cum laude. Macy Nicole Pettis.
Mallory Kate Pettis. Ashley Nicole Pettyjohn. Elizabeth Tao Pham, cum laude. Haley Nicole Phillips. Kyle Lane Phillips. Rusty Aaron Pierce. Sam Knox Pitts. Abigail Lynn Pogue, summa cum laude. Tiffany Michelle Porter. Megan Marie Posey. Sean Caleb Powell, cum laude. Vivian Quintero. Tyler Nicholas Raboyne, magna cum laude. Okang Kolanji Ralph. Elizabeth Yvonne Ramirez. Paulino Josue Ramos. Ryan Elliott Rast. Rowdy Lee Redmond. Angel Jose Regalado. Jonathan Ociel Regalado. Joshua Noah David Reed. Tessa Darianne Reinagle. Kaylin Danielle Rice. Philip Harris Rich, summa cum laude. Jacqueline Rivera. Crystal Rose Marica Rivera, magna cum laude. Lindsay Michelle Roberts. Karen Jacqueline Rodriguez. Cody William Rowe. Cody Hunter Rolfs, cum laude. Andre Diego Roman. Shelby Ray Roussel, cum laude. Blake Barthel Rowland. Aubrey Nicole Rubio. Mary Lucia Rupert, summa cum laude. Bailey Reed Russell. Abdullah Isa Saber. Kimberly Alexis Salazar, magna cum laude. Samantha Brooke Salazar, magna cum laude. Blair Michelle Salinas. Caleb Morris Salinas. Leah Michelle Salinsky, summa cum laude. Vanessa Marie Salamasi Asadi. Kaylee Ann Saltaformaggio, cum laude. Adrian Renee Santiago Jr. Blake Allen Shell, Carly Beatrice Scholes. Oliver Thomas Scholes. Emily Victoria Schutz, cum laude. Eleanor Jane Scott, cum laude. Colin Emerson Scoville, cum laude. Hunter Alexander Sedgwick. Dana Elise Seibert, summa cum laude.
Deanne Elaine Seibert, summa cum laude. Bethany Elaine Seliner. Boreas Poiraz Senel. Tanner Cole Sen. Lauren Elizabeth Setter. Tanner Scott Seymour, cum laude. Tierra Brooke Seymour. Samantha Irene Schaefer. Robert Marshall Shannon, summa cum laude. Alexander Dean Shepard. Cameron Robert Shirali. Jennifer Lee Shivers. Caleb Hunter Schaus. Chloe Dawn Siller, magna cum laude. Holly Lauren Sills. Brianna Lee Simmons. Borden Sinwirun, cum laude. Hunter Michael Skinner. Ivy Madison Slaughter. Carly Francis Smelzer, magna cum laude. Alexis Brianne Smith, cum laude. Henry Jacob Smith. Robert Earl Smith. Shannon Lee Smith. Skylar Morgan Smith. Micah Nicole Southard. James Anthony Spaniel. Beverly Ann Spaniel. Lauren Ornella Spravier, summa cum laude. Dakota Connery Sparks, summa cum laude. Jessica Bailey Spatz. Aya Lanice Speaker. Sarah Danielle Spears. Benjamin George Spector, cum laude. Alexander Evan Spihar. Jayla Lynn Spooner. Madeline Grace St. Germain. Matthew James Stair, magna cum laude. Niels Engelbert Stephenson. Kevin Joseph Stevenson II, summa cum laude. Mason Steele Stevenson. Janie Ann Stewart. Caitlin Nicole Strassner. Emily Ann Svan. Canon Allen Swindoll. Sarah Mina Tahir. Alexis Cheyenne Tallman. Emily Elizabeth Rose Taylor. Zoe Akbar Thanawala, summa cum laude. Davian Ira Thompson. Kyra Lynn Timmons. Dahlia Marianne Tomani. Kyle Dane Schrader.
Clarissa Trevino. Connor Douglas Turley, cum laude. Grace Delaney Tyson. Cynthia Daniela Uriquia. Thomas Abraham Valdez. Denise Abram Valentin Andino. Arthur James Valentine. Nicholas Ray Valentino. Reagan Elizabeth Valentino. Tyler Ryan Van Blarkum. Gabrielle Francis Vandahai, cum laude. Lauren Jean Marie Vandahai, cum laude. Joseph Tristan Vargas. Angela Beverly Vasquez Mendez. Emily Nicole Vauder, summa cum laude. Mario Ulysses Uceda Velasquez. Adrian Ray Villa. Lavon Ismail Villarreal. Timothy Mark Vincent, summa cum laude. Priya Elizabeth Vogel, magna cum laude. Quang Vinh Vu, summa cum laude. Caleb Wayne Wade. Joshua Tyler Wade. Matthew Ryan Warrenberger. Alexandra Nicole Wankowitz. Rebecca Mari Wardall, summa cum laude. Madison Victoria Watkins. Nicholas Brandon Watson. Parker Batsett Watson. Cade Alec Webb. Crichton Maxim Webb. Chelsea Christine Weeks. Chase Alexander Wise. Blake Gerard Wordlow. Brittany Christine Irene West, cum laude. Jenna Morgan Westall. Taylor Michael Westberg Passman. Kylie Jordan Westerman. Jada Elise Weston, cum laude. Colton Jared Ignatius Wetz. Brooke Ann Wiggum. Blair DeMarcus White. Jennifer Holland White. Hannah Lauren Whiteman. Mariah Lynn Wilson. Amberly Nakira Womack. Brady Kyle Woodard. Caleb Joseph Woodcox. James Hunter Woodland. Charles Lester Wrightington. Emily Xia, summa cum laude. Cassidy Charisse Iniguez. And David Christopher Young.
At this time, I would like to ask our senior members of the Clear Falls Choir to please make your way to the front. Graduates, family members, friends, and special guests, please stand. We will close our ceremony by singing the school song.
We stand for thee, O clear falls high, hearts and voices raised in song, in praise of thee, O clear falls high, green and black forever strong, valiantly will blaze the trail, loyal hearts will never fail, strength and wisdom will prevail for thee, O clear falls
Seniors, I commend you on earning your high school diploma. At this time, please move your tassel from the right side of your mortarboard to the left, signifying that you are now alumni of Clear Falls High School. Thank you all for attending. Congratulations, graduates.
Together, together, everyone. Together, together. Come on, let's have some fun. Together, we're there for each other every time. Together, together. Come on, let's do this right.
Here and now, it's time for celebration. I finally figured out, yeah, that our dreams have no limitations. That's what it's all about.
Everyone is special in their own way. We make each other strong. We're not the same, we're different in a good way. Together's where we belong.
We're all in this together. Once we know that we are, we're all stars, and we see that we're all in this together. And it shows when we stand hand in hand, make our dreams come true. Everybody now, together, 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 everyone, together, together. Come on, let's have some fun. Together, we're there for each other every time. Together, together. Come on, let's do this right.
We're rock the house. Yeah, yeah. The party's on. Now everybody make some noise. Come on, scream and shout.
We will rise because we stuck together. Champions want it